Okay. Okay, should we get started? Do you want to stand up? I know that you've just been running, so I apologize for that. Okay. So we're going to just get a little bit of movement to the whole body. Today's focus is hips, so I hope that that's a good thing. Hips is where we store most of our bad and negative energy, and in yoga we always say you've got to open your hips to release all that negative energy, and yeah, should be good. Okay, so just make sure you're standing nice and firm, make sure that your feet are planted well, and then you're going to inhale using the breath with your movement. So inhale, lifting the arms up, really stretch up, and then exhale as you hinge at the hips and move forward. Just take your hands wherever you can reach is fine, and then you're going to inhale, lift them up. We'll do this 5 times, and then exhale, folding forward. Just let it all hang when you move down. Inhale, coming back up. Really stretch up, see if you can touch the sky, and then exhale, back down. You got 2 more. Inhale, up. Maybe you want to incorporate a bit of a back bend, so on your inhale you're leaning forward, just keep the abdominals nice and tight, and then exhale forward, and then your last one up. Inhale, reaching back, and then bring yourself to neutral. Let's just shake it out. Maybe you want to move your feet. So jumping is really, really good for us to help drain our lymphatic system. Morning. Then we bring your fingertips to your shoulders and see if you can do a bit of shoulder movement. Nice. And then you can plant your feet, make sure you've got good purchase with both of your feet, and then we're just going to move the trunk. So just this stomach is nice and tight, and you're getting a little bit of mobility into the spine. You can move your head and turn your head as well. Nice, very nice. Okay, then taking that right foot, make sure your left foot is nice and steady. Take it over, see if your little toes can touch. So your left leg should be straight and your right leg is going to be a little bit bent, and you're going to take that left arm and you're going to stretch over. So that right hand maybe wants to go down. It doesn't matter if you do the other side, it's okay. That's fine, as long as you do both sides. So stretch, you should feel a really nice extension. Try to keep the chest open. No problem. Inhale, coming back to center, and then swapping. So whichever side you didn't do, left over right. So now your right leg is straight and your left leg is bent, and you're going to bring that right arm up, stretch it over. Nice. And then inhale, back up. So from here we can come just to turn onto your mat. We're going to bring in quite a bit of hip movement, hip opening movements now. Okay, so we're going to start off by taking that left leg back. See if you can bring your toes tucked. It'll just be easier for your knee, and then your left knee is on the mat. So hands are framing on both sides, and then you're going to just rock back and forth. If you can, see if you can tuck your chin as you rock back and forth. So it's up to you how deep you want to take it. Maybe you want to take your foot a little bit further back, deepen that stretch. The stretch is happening across that left hip if you've gone back with your left leg. Okay, nice. And then once you've done about 5 of these, then I want you to take your left hand onto the mat if you've stepped back with your left foot, and then take your right arm, make a nice wide movement so that you open up in the shoulder area, and then take hold of that foot. See if you can bring that heel close to the bum, and then if you want to, you can stay there as a static stretch, or you can bring a little bit of movement. This will depend on your quad and how flexible that is and how much room you've got to move. Nice. Breathe, just breathe through it. Use the breath in and out through the nose. Okay, then hold it for a 2 count, and then you can release it down. And then just lifting that knee off of the mat, I want you to do little bounces. So it's really just opening up this left hip area, and they're small intentional movements. So there's no race here. Just get that hip nice and mobile. And once you've done 10 of them, then you can press your hands into the mat and bring your left leg forward into your deep squat. So you're going to end up here at the front of your mat. Okay, so this is up to you how deep you want to go, how deep you can go. Use those elbows into the knees, open up the chest so that you're not collapsing forward, and you want to really bring that bum down towards the mat, towards the heels. If you want to, you can bring in a little bit of movement here, or if you want to stay still, that's also fine. Nice. Breathe. Okay, so then from here we have to do the other side. So whichever leg you didn't take back should be your right leg. You're going to take that back, coming onto the knee, tuck the toe, and we're just going to do the movement back and forth. Again, just keep the movement nice and controlled. Use the breath. When you move forward, squeeze the glutes so that you're protecting the hip as you're stretching that hip open. If you want to, you can bring it all the way back. It's up to you. And stretch that front leg. Nice. Okay, now your right hand is going to stay planted, left arm is going to take a nice wide circle back. See if you can grab hold of your foot. See if you can bring it on this side, maybe it's a little bit easier than the other side. And then just bring a little bit of movement, nice and controlled. I hope it feels good, or bad in a good way. Nice. Then you can release that foot down, and then just coming up onto the higher stance, and then again just up and down, just small movements, nice and controlled, opening up that right hip. Make sure you're squeezing your bum so that you're protecting the hip area. Nice. And then from here, you're going to plant the hands and you're going to bring that front leg and you're going to come into a down dog. So remember, in your down dog, you're trying to get your chest towards your thighs and your heels are working down towards the mat. So as an option, you can either pedal your feet out nice and slow and controlled, or you can take your right foot and just hook it over your left leg and see if you can just apply a little bit of pressure to send that left foot down, creating a little bit of awareness in that down dog. Yeah, nice. And then when you're ready, you can swap. So take that right foot down and then take that left ankle over the right foot. Nice. Okay. Very nice. So one more of your normal down dog. So replace both feet. Maybe you can lift the bum a little bit higher and send that chest through. Feel the stretch along the back of the legs. It's a really nice full body stretch. Then when you come down, you can take your knees as wide as you can manage. So we're going to go into the frog. So maybe it might be easier if you want to turn on your mat, it's up to you, if you're not too fussy. Okay, so knees are as wide as you can go. Try to make sure that your heel and your knee are in the line. So you don't want that and you don't want that. So you want to make sure that they're straight. And then you're going to control your own movement here. See if you can send your bum backwards towards your feet. Good. And then if you can and you want to take it further, you can come down onto your forearms and just hold this for a moment. Breathe, take the breath into the tight areas, and as you exhale, feel that tight area relax and release. Breathe, the sun is coming, it's trying to. And then you can bring yourself back onto your hands, and then there's no nice way to come out of it, but you might just want to help your legs along. Bring the knees in a little bit. Okay. Then you can turn back to me and then kneel up. We're going to go into Parigasana, which is the gate pose. So you're going to keep your right knee kneeling and then take your left heel out. See if your heel can align to your knee. So you don't want your foot back there. You want your knee in the same level as your ankle in the same level as the knee. Nice. And we're going to lift the arms up. Really stretch, stretch, stretch. In yoga, we always say, always extend before you bend. So reach up, and then when you're ready, you're going to exhale. You're going to take that, if you've put your left leg out, you're going to take your left arm down, slide it down, open up the gate, see if you're getting a nice stretch on that right side, or whichever side you've gone. Try not to collapse forward, so make sure that you're opening up the chest. You should feel a really nice stretch along that right side. Nice, inhale. And then when you exhale, bring yourself back to center. You have the option of going just down to the right, taking the left arm up, or you can shift that right hand a little bit further back and open up the hips, send the hips up towards the sky. So this should feel a nice counter stretch on the left hand side, across the left hip and the left psoas. And then you can push yourself back up, inhale, and then bring your knees together, and then of course to the other side. So that left knee is kneeling, and that right foot is coming out. Your heel is in line with your knee. Make sure everything's nice and active. You're going to inhale, lift the arms up, reach up to the sky, and then exhale as you slide that right hand down. Taking that left arm up and over. Make sure your chest is nice and open. Make sure that that right leg is nice and active, so you're keeping the quad active, pulling up at the knee. Open the chest. Inhale, exhale. And then on your next inhale, bringing yourself back up to center and around to the other side. So you can either just have that counter stretch there, or you can take the left hand back slightly and open up the hips. So you're sending the hips towards the sky, chest is open towards the sky, opening your heart, opening your hips, reaching up, and then inhale, bringing yourself back. So from here, just turn yourself so that you're facing the front. We're going to go into pigeon pose, which we all know, but I'm just going to give you an alternative. So from down dog, you lift your leg to create space. If you don't have enough space, it's going to be hard to bring your leg forward. So in traditional pigeon, your right knee comes to the right wrist and the foot goes to the left wrist. You slide back and you go into pigeon. If this is difficult or inaccessible for you, what you can do is just bend that left leg so that you're at 90 and 90 with both knees, and then you can stretch over that front right leg. Okay, so we'll start in down dog, and then lifting up that right leg to create as much space as you can. When you feel you can't create more space, bring that right knee towards the right wrist, and the right foot is going towards that left heel. Now it's up to you if you want to do this version. If you don't want to, you can move on to the bum. Maybe you want to try it. Bring that left knee in and you're sitting 90-90. Inhale, exhale. If you want to take it further, you can come down onto your forearms. Oh, getting a cramp. Inhale. Breathe into that tight area. Yeah. So if you are at the 90-90 and it's too easy, you can walk yourself over towards the right and you're getting a really good twist at the same time. So it's up to you. Some people find this really easy, some people find this very difficult. Just take your breath into those tight areas. Every exhale, release the tension. Try to keep your eyes open so that you stay present. And then you can come back onto the hands and we'll do the other side. So bring yourself back, bring that leg back, push yourself back into your down dog, and then lifting up the left leg, bringing the left knee to the left wrist, and the left heel is going towards the right. And then you're taking that leg back. If you want to stay here, that's fine. If you want to come down onto forearms, or if you want to rock back and then take it into the 90-90, turn over that left knee and then lean forward. Breathe. Don't forget your breath. And then you can inhale coming onto your hands. Bring yourself back. Take it into your down dog. Really enjoy the full body stretch. So you're in down dog. Okay, so from down dog, you're going to just look towards your hands and then see if you can jump into a seated position. So you can sit down. We're going to go into our butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana, bound angle. So you're going to bring the soles of the feet together. The knees are out to the side. First, make sure that you're sitting nice and flat. This will help create the right pelvic tilt that you need to move yourself forward. So see if you can interlace the fingers around your feet. Nice straight spine. Inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can get the elbows into either the calves or into the thighs, depending on how long your arms are. As long as your back is nice and straight, and then you're moving forward. So you're hinging in the hip area, so you can open up the hips. Breathe in and out. So if you want to, you can bring a small movement. It's up to you. If you want to stay still, that's also completely fine. Sometimes the movement creates a bit of a distraction, so it's a nice way to hold the pose as long as you can. Inhale, exhale. The rain is coming. Inhale. And then when you exhale, you can bring yourself back. So this next one is called fire log pose. So if you think about stacking logs on top of each other, your left heel is underneath your right knee, your right foot is on top of your left knee. So knee and ankle. So if you bring your foot a little bit forward, yes, perfect. So there might be a really big gap here, which is fine. As your hips open up, you would probably get to that point. So there is room for improvement. So nice and straight. Inhale, exhale, just move forward just at the hip area. So you don't need to try and go too far forward. Make sure if you have got them crossed, that you stacked as much as possible. So one side will definitely be easier than the other side. You can. So for now, we're just reaching forward, so you're getting that opening in the hip area. If it's easy, you can walk further forward, and you'll see eventually they start to make contact. So yes, good. Nice. Inhale, exhale. And then you can walk your fingertips back and then swap to the other side. So just release the legs, take that right foot under, take the left foot on top, stack them. Oh, I've got like a shake. Sit nice and straight first, and then when you're ready, you can move forward. This is definitely a sore spot.
Does that mean that hip's not this?
It means you've got a lot of emotional junk in your hip drawer. No, it's just from the running that tightens this whole front bit of your leg. So the hips are really important to open up. Just take it easy, yeah. Okay, then you can walk your hands back up. Then just take your feet as wide as you can manage. Again, lift up so that you can get that pelvic tilt. Okay, so take your hands out in front of you and then just do little pulses forward. It's up to you how deep you take these little movements. And then either you can continue to pulse or you can hold. And then on every exhale, see if you can move a little bit further forward. If you can reach the floor, that's fine. If you want to stay like that, it's just sitting in the fire. Inhale, exhale. Okay, then coming back to the upright, take your hands, interlace them behind your head. Try not to push your head forward, try to keep your chest open, elbows are moving back, and then see if you can tilt yourself down towards your left. Can you touch your knee? And then coming back up, using your abdominals, can you take it to the right? Try to make sure that your chest is open, that you're not collapsing forward. And then coming back in. And then down to the left. Use your abdominals nice and tight. Inhale, exhale down to your right. Keep your feet nice and active. Inhale up, exhale down to the left. Last one, inhale, and then exhale down. Nice. So from here, just to be kind to yourself, lift your knees up, bring them back to center, and then we've just got one more active pose. So see if you can take your right leg and place it on top, so it's next to your bum. If it's too difficult, then just keep your foot out to the side, but see if you can get it as close as possible, and see if you can lift up that left leg. Okay. So ideally you want your foot flat, and then see if you can take your hands back, open up your chest and stretch. This should open up your quad. If this is easy, you can go onto your arms. And you can go flat if you would like. Yeah, so you're close to being flat. Just hold it there. And then you can come back onto your hands. And then you're going to have to untuck yourself, so however you do that, gently. And then to the other side, so bring that left foot back. Right foot is in contact with the mat. And then just ease it down as far as you want to take it. So that's easy for you. Do you want to lie down flat? There we go. And then you can bring yourself back up into your hands, untuck your toes, and then you can just relax down onto your mat for a few moments of quiet. I know that it's very difficult to quiet the mind, especially when there's noises, but give it a try. It is really important, and it is going to set you off to a really nice Monday and a start to the week. So just lie down, close your eyes. Just try to focus on your breathing, in and out through the nose. Just close the eyes. Feel yourself relaxing into the earth. Relax the jaw. and the chin. Relax the ears. Relax the abdominals. Try to keep your breathing smooth in and out through the nose. Listen to the waves. Morning. Then just a short reading from L.R. Nost. Life is amazing, and then it's awful, and then it's amazing again, and in between it's amazing and awful. It's ordinary and mundane and routine. Breathe in the amazing, hold onto the awful, and relax and exhale into the ordinary. That's just living, heartbreaking, soul healing, amazing, awful, ordinary life, and it's breathtakingly beautiful. Then when you're ready, have a stretch and a yawn, take your arms over your head, really stretch, 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 and then you can roll over onto your right hand side. Pause there for a moment, and then you can bring yourself into a seated position. When you're ready, thank you so much for making the time. Namaste.
Well done.